welcome back to the channel. Tonight, you know, it's just happened. I want to look through the twab. There's a lot of interesting things that they're changing, that they're, you know, looking at nerfing, like the shatterdive and stuff. And I never really go through a twab during videos because it's just too much effort to do it every single week. But this one piqued my interest, so I thought I'd go through it. Now, I'm not going to read every single little, you know, thing in the twab, but we're going to go through, pick out some things and talk about them. First and foremost, they are reintroducing some Moon and Dreaming City weapons and armors, and doing specific events like the Shattered Throne or the Pit of Heresy rewards you with higher stat rolled armors, as well as specific weapons with specific perks for those events that you won't be able to get anywhere else. Now that kind of worries me a little bit because, you know, for instance, the Retold Tales coming back, one of my favorite shotguns of all time in Destiny 2, and if there's only kind of certain perks that work really well for PvP that are only available in the dungeon, that's kind of really isolating a lot of people, because I don't have the time, the energy, or the people to play with to be able to run through dungeons every week trying to get this perfect roll with Retold Tale. Now when I play solo and I do things on my own, I would have time to do it. I feel like I really hope to God that they haven't got specific PvP perks in the Shattered Throne dungeons. You know, that'd be a real shame. You know, armors will drop with higher stat rolls, and you know, the guaranteed armor that was the Dreambane armor piece that was masterworked in the final chest will now have, you know, armor energy up to 7, and you'll get 2 different parts of the armor, I can't remember what they're called, stats, you know, like recovery and all that, with plus 16. I can't speak, I'm all over the place. I spent all day today reformatting my entire PC, so I'm a little bit stressed out. They're reissuing the 4 weapons from the Dreaming City, the Waking Vigil, Sleepless, Vouchsafe and Retold Tale. Only really care about the Vouchsafe and the Retold Tale there myself. We have the Premonition from the Pit of Heresy only, which sucks. That shouldn't be, well, I get why they're doing specific weapons for events, but it just still sucks. The Blasphemer, the Apostate and the Heretic, I can't even remember what those weapons are, to be honest. But you know, we'll see what happens when they come. And the legendary Lost Sectors, you know, the 1250, 1280 will also be expanded to the Moon, which is pretty cool. So they are changing how the vendors work for Crucible, Gambit and Strikes. From the start of Season 13, I believe Crucible and Gambit will change and Strikes come in a little bit later. I haven't really read through it, but it feels like that's the case. As you level up your Valor and your... can't remember the Gambit one, why can't I remember what that's called? As you're going up through the ranks, every time you reach a new rank, you go back to the vendor, so it won't automatically drop now. You go back to the vendor and he has all the things lined up in front of you to pick and choose from once you reach those reputation ranks. So tokens are gone, and thank God for that. So spend all your tokens before the next season because you're not going to need them. Now each rank up will have its normal kind of rewards. You know, you used to get a reward every time it leveled up. Those will still be available, but as you get higher and higher, you also get prime engrams, and then you get your rewards like enhancement cores, enhancement prisms, upgrade modules, you know, all that kind of stuff. And you have to go back to the vendor to pick up those things, which is awesome. It gives relevancy to those people in the tower. You don't just get like random things drop on your screen and then you just go in and delete them. You know, you actually feel invested in your character and the build towards your character. Pretty cool. I'm happy for this change. There'll also be 2 unique weapons to each vendor, so 6 new weapons coming to them. Now when they say unique weapon rewards, I don't know whether that means a new weapon or a weapon with a specific role. You know, I don't know. I'm not getting my hopes up for brand new weapons, but if they put something in like what are they called, the ones where they come fully masterworked. God, my brain's just not working. Oh, anyway, so if you get like a specific drop, that's pretty cool as well, with specific perks that you really can't roll anywhere else. You know, that's something to work towards. If it's brand new weapons, incredible. I'm super excited. If it's just a weapon we know already with some random perks, I'm not happy at all. But I'm happy that this whole system is changing because it makes the game just feel more invested in. Makes me feel more invested in the game. I cannot speak tonight, Jesus Christ. And there we have it, Shatterdive nerf straight off the bat. I didn't think they'd get to it this quick, to be honest. I thought it'd be at least another couple of weeks, but fair play to them for getting this in, ready and done. I am super excited to see Shatterdive change, but you know, looking at these numbers that they've put up in how they are changing it, feels like it's just going to be useless, but we'll have to wait and see. So they're changing the Shatterdive and the Whisperer of Fissures. Shatterdive now has a damage fall off versus unfrozen target, so if you're not frozen, it's not going to do as much damage. The max range damage is reduced from 50 to 5. that just seems like a dramatic number. Now, the damage reduction during ability reduced from 50% to 25%. Don't even know what that means. I'm guessing, I don't know what it means, but they're reducing it. I'm not very good with all this like technical stuff. So then we have changes to the Whisperer Fissures. And you know, you're going to do less damage against non-super players. You're going to do less damage, way less damage against super players, so you can't just smash out and shatter dive a super and kill them. And the detonation radius has changed and gone down by 1 meter. So you know, everything with shatter dive sounds like it's being put in its place. I really just hope though that they don't over nerf it and it becomes useless, because we had that with the Warlock, you know, the Warlock stasis subclass. So if they're going to do that, then they also need to look at the Titan and bring that into play with the other two, you know, classes that are now getting nerfed. And they are investigating the Stasis Titan Behemoth Super. We want to let the above change settle to see where the Behemoth stands in our PvP hierarchy, but this is next on our radar. So they are going to look into it, and it really does need looking into, in my opinion. I think it's too strong, especially for mobility. Like, you can just jump up in the air, hold melee, and you can get halfway across the bloody map. It's fun, don't get me wrong, but I just, like I said, I feel like it needs to be put in line with the other two nerfed subclasses. Otherwise it's just going to be way too dominant. And then they're also looking at, you know, PvP subclass usage and win rate balance, and reviewing their ability to gunplay balance in PvP. So they want to look at underperforming light subclasses and see how they can pull them up. And obviously ability to gunplay, you want to be using your weapons more so than your abilities, and they need to get a good balance in that. So they're going to be looking at that in the mid-term. There's a whole bunch of known issues here. I'm not going to go through them that they're looking to fix. I'll link this in the video description if you want to go and read it yourself. But that's pretty much all I wanted to speak about. But I will say, how quick they've jumped on this, I'm super impressed, especially during COVID and lockdown and stuff. I'm excited to see what they're going to do, and I know that they're going to have 4 twabs between now and season 13. Whether that's this one included is 1 and 3 more, or what, there's going to be 4 anyway. So there's a lot of information, a lot of changes, a lot of updates. It feels like their communication's getting better, so I'm excited for that. It seems like the game's going to slightly be better balanced, and hopefully they get Titan in line as well. Hopefully the new weapons and stuff that are coming, well, not the new weapons, but the returning weapons that come back aren't specifically PvP rolled weapons within the dungeon, because that's going to isolate a lot of people. And super excited for the new system around reputation and stuff. Reminds me of the old D1 days, and how much fun that was to see your number ticking up and ticking up and ticking up every time you level them up. So pretty damn cool. I'm excited, and I never thought I'd say that about Destiny 2 in the current state that it's in. So yeah, that's it really. Let me know what you think about the TWAB. What are you looking forward to? What other changes do you think they need to make? Hit me down below in the comment section. Follow me on Twitter, link is in the video description. I have like 254 followers. That's not good enough. We need to have like at least 255, so make sure you go and drop a follow. Thank you for watching. I've been Easy Now. You guys have been awesome.